And we got bananas in chat from Surprise T. And then it went off the screen. Double Moses, Zodiac Siren. Jeez, Camo J123. Oh, it's so difficult to read names when they are flying off the top of the screen. We might have to change the tradition here. As you know, of course, the main channel's been blowing up a bit lately. There are many more people here active in chat, and I appreciate all of you coming by, but it is so difficult to pick out the names and read them. My goodness me, chat is moving very fast. In fact, if any moderators are listening, I'd actually like to do an experiment today and put on slow mode. I'll let you guys judge, just because I ain't going to be able to read anything if it's going to keep moving like this. GRGX, did I read your name right? You enjoyed the music choice? Yep, today it was Slipknot with the song Unsainted. If you like that song... Ooh, that shouldn't be like so. If you liked that song... I fell down here. Then go check it out. They have a new album out. I wrote my thoughts about it on the music blog just a couple of days ago. Was it even yesterday? My goodness me, time does fly. No, I think it was Friday I wrote that. Because I didn't stream on Friday. I just got to the evening. I had a few things to do. I didn't feel quite in the mood. And usually I have this attitude of like, truck on, get things done. But I just had a feeling like it would be better to take the day off. So I didn't stream on Friday. And I got quite a few things done. I also wrote my thoughts down on Slipknot. It's really interesting because I really like a lot of that record. But I wasn't so keen on how in the sort of end range of the record, a lot more like ambience and experimental stuff comes in. And I didn't feel like I enjoyed it that much. But when I started to write about it and then think about the songs and then pay attention to them a little bit more, because I kind of like flick through the album to remind myself of like what's going on, I just sort of realized that these songs are really great and they've gotten into my head. And then I went and looked up like what other people were saying about it, and that album has been really well received, really well received. Don't think that's quite enough for what I want. Let's grab a few more things for re-dyeing purposes, and we're low on that, which means I need another shulker box. Gonna have to grab some of this, put this over here, grab that, do this, do that. It's all good though, it's all good. Maybe it'd be interesting if dyes were just sort of like moved into a different system. You know, imagine like you had a dye score or something like that, and you collect flowers and you drop it into some invisible part of your inventory, and then you don't have to faff around. Let's reduce the faff in this game. Come on. Right. Enough brainstorming terrible ideas. Is it me, or are the noises in me are not popping in, or is it because people are hitting follow? I think a lot of people are just hitting follow at the moment, which I appreciate. I've adjusted some of the sound volume levels as well, so they should be quieter than usual. I watched a couple of my streams back and I noticed the music can be a bit overpowering sometimes and the noises in the ear are quite loud, so I've toned it down a little bit. Alright, anyway, here's where we need to be. So we've had a bunch of subscriptions in between streams. My goodness me, we had... Wait, is that from last time? No, this isn't from last time I streamed. Let me have a look. Okay, so Stebby Stb, Large Money Banks, Labrick Dialat, Darkermans 099, Moldfire, Camo J123, and Anamity, all subscribing in between streams. Also, Moldfire there, tier 3 subscription. If you subscribe tier 3 here on Twitch, you get access to my Patreon servers or community servers, whatever you want to call them. You can go to sumovoid.com, and on the left hand side of your screen there is a big button that says get whitelisted. You can use that to get instantly hooked up and play today, which is cool. So today we've had noises in the ear from ACY Joe, subscriber of Amazon Prime. Oh, we were also raided just a moment ago by Royal Gamer. Well, thank you ever so much for the raid, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy what we get up to here today. I thank you, so welcome all the raiders. Matt Ratzamat is here resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying 2 months, thanks for all the great streams. Appreciate it, dude. No problem at all, I'm glad you enjoy them. And Mr. Platypus Prince is here resubscribing for 15 months, saying, hey X, always a pleasure catching one of your streams. Also, congratulations on the massive growth for the channel. Thank you. Yeah, it has been absolutely bonkers. We should go sleep in a bed. And I need to get a few more sandstone slabs as well over the back here. And the horse has made its way into this section. That horse started at the other end. It's slowly making its way around. Which is pretty cool. Peeps in chat, one or two of you saying that I derped and I swapped the wrong keys. You know, I gotta laugh it off. I can't believe how often I just make silly mistakes like that. But yes, I swapped the A and D keys when I was supposed to swap the W and S. You know, I read the book and then I went through several hours of searching for stuff, figuring out how to, you know, put something on screen, creating custom assets for it. By the time I came around to actually doing the keybind in Minecraft, I just thought it was A and D. I didn't think it was W and S. And I didn't look at the book again, so I think I might have looked at the book while I was recording, but I wasn't properly reading it. Anyway, why did I wander back down here? That's always the question, really. It's the question I ask over and over again. Why am I here? What are we doing? I've immediately forgotten once again. Probably going to need a bunch of those blocks. Smooth sandstone, wasn't it? Yes. If I slow it down a little bit, I shall remember. So we've got a furnace in here. Going to need some fuel. And then we're going to need some sandstone. See that one? It's this one. I found it. Wow, we filled up a whole shulker box for this project and we pretty much got through most of it, right? Pretty much. So we've got noises in here from Grumpster13 and Shotlink4444. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. GrinchMD in chat says you make it harder by switching A and D instead of W and S. So nothing to complain about. I actually think it probably is more difficult to play with W and S swapped, because what I learned pretty quickly is that you can move left and right by looking, but you can't really move back and forth by doing that. So if I press forward, then I can turn and do this, right? And I ended up relying on that a lot. Now when you're fighting mobs in a cave, you can kind of go, right, turn around and run. But if W and S are like the wrong way around, it could be easy to move in the wrong direction. So I'm going to do the challenge again. Also gives me an excuse to use that cool overlay, right? Like that's a really cool little bit of technology. And I'd like to find more uses to do that. If ever I play like PvP and I can add a couple more buttons to that, I think that would be a really good use for it. Almost 200k followers, Asuma says Koian. Yes, today we might hit 200,000. We are approaching it. I believe we need like less than, I think we need like 400 people to follow today. Did I say subscribers? I meant followers. Right, there we go. That's that little bit done. Need a pressure plate on the outside there. What I've decided to do is to simplify the game as a whole. No, this was just left unfinished, wasn't it? I saw the arrow there, and it kind of made me think creeper explosion. Did something kill something here? Right. Anyways, yeah, I've decided what I want to do is simplify the game as a whole. So we're not going to have these multiple paths anymore. I'm just kind of looking at this and wondering if I can make this just a little bit more interesting. Now, the big mistake that I made is that this can actually go one block further along, and that means we can make this a little bit more windy, I think. So that go all the way to the edge, come out by 3, go across, and then all of this. So that we're going to do a lot of rebuilding over here, but it's all good. Oh, apparently I need 145 now. What, of like 300 people just tuned in and hit follow? Jeez. Jeez, it might explain why the noises in the ear aren't going off. Because of that, it's still making lots of follow noises. Well, I thank all of y'all. 1,200 peeps tuning in. I can barely believe it. How I've been doing this for so long and it keeps growing. It just blows my mind. So thank you all of you for tuning in. Nord in chat says, "Hey X, just came back from my longest run ever. Now relaxing to cool down. How you doing today?" I'm good, thanks. Well done on the long run. Make sure you stretch. Stretch before and stretch after. Dynamic stretching before, static stretching after seems to be the best advice that I've heard. It really does help. It really does help. If you're young, fit and healthy, you can kind of get away with not stretching, but it's always worth doing. I really feel the difference of it. I have also been very active after doing my 5.5K runs in 5 days. I have done back-to-back cycling for well over an hour, which I haven't done in ages, I think. I always give myself rest between my cycling days, but not today. I just thought, let's go for it. Let's have a blast. Let's go cycling. I know all this is going to get ripped out. Bring it back all the way to here. I like this song. This song's got a little bit of a trap influence beat in it. Got those shuffly hi-hats going on. Okay, let's have a look. Noises in the ear. I think I've just fallen behind, so it's time to catch up. Okay. Hobatit is here, resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you ever so much for 3 months of support, saying only been subbed on Twitch for a little while, but I've been enjoying your YouTube derp ventures for years. Keep up the good work. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoy the derp ventures. We got Miyataki resubscribing for 36 months in a row. It's a crazy emerald face right there. We also got Sleepy Peanut for 21 months. Unbelievable support, peeps. The Orc 81, TNT Blast Legend, and Relapis have all subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscriptions on me. I appreciate that. And we also got a donation here from Hamis High Septic, or Sepic. Oh, jeez. I've butchered the name horribly. I don't know if you get asked this heaps, but will you ever do a face reveal like Mumbo Jumbo? Oh, I've already done a face reveal. It's over on my second channel, my friend. Head over there. I'm sure you have a little bit of a giggle, you know. People have told me they giggle when they see my face reveal video. You know, I've got to admit, it makes me feel a little bit bad, but it is what it is. It's one of my most popular videos on the second channel. Anyway, I appreciate your donation. Thank you ever so much. And I hope you enjoy the stream. We also got Diaz resubscribing for 19 months in a row. Thank you, Diaz, ever so much. I appreciate your 19 months of support. So, peeps, I see some people are asking what I'm doing. We're finishing off the Floor is Lava minigame. What I've decided to do is scale back some of my ambitions to make some of the levels more choice-oriented, multiple paths, using clever mechanisms, because I found it kind of hard to balance that. So I want to make this much more simple. Each of the levels is a windy path for the player to go around, and the idea is that they get a little bit harder and faster each time you play them. So we keep it relatively simple now. So I'm coming in here to just finish off the last one. It won't take us very long. I did the others in not much time at all. And then there's just a few more things I've got to figure out, and the game will technically be ready. It'll be open. Although I won't open it straight away. Anyway, so what I want to do here is just add in another little bend, and it will go through that space. 100 followers to 200k. Cohen, thank you ever so much for the updates. I appreciate it. We're getting live updates here. Peeps, hit the follow button if you ain't done so already. One of you will be the 200,000th follower. And I thank you in advance. I thank all of you for subscribing, of course. Not subscribing. I get confused. There's YouTube, there's Twitch. They have different terms, you know. Subscribing on Twitch is not like subscribing on YouTube, but I think we all understand that. I'm just confusing myself. Okay, that's kind of it, I think. Right, put in these blocks. And yeah, that's pretty much what oh, okay, I missed one here. Good thing we checked. All the way to the end. Unfortunately, there is a wall there. Very cool. Do I have any of these blocks lying around? I do. Let's just go put them in this corner, because that's where they're needed. As you can see. See, I built this entire room wrong, because I'm a silly goose. Silly goose I am. We can go back in to this corner and start to pick some of this stuff up. Probably makes sense to tear out most of the repeaters and start again, I think. Alright, we got noises in the ear. We got G-Man C2 subscribing tier 3. My friend, as a tier 3 subscriber, you can head over to asumavoid.com. On the left hand side of your screen, there is a button saying get whitelisted. If you click on that, you can hook up your Twitch account to my server and get whitelisted pretty much instantly, you know. Every now and then it has some hiccups, the system, but the idea is that you can just get on there and play today. Right, now I have kind of memorized how to make these circuits, as I've done so many of them. Let's also, yeah, let's make sure we're putting the torches back down, right? Don't want any baddies spawning in here. We also have a donation here, noise in the ear, from Monkey Mode, saying, "Hey, Xi Suma." Hey, Monkey Mode, thank you for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. Oh, look, I missed a bit right here. Well, what can I... one ender pearl left. One ender pearl. There we go. I missed that. I was double, triple checking it and I missed it. Talbar there with a really important question about Techtopia. We'll come back to that in just a moment. I do want to talk about that. I've got a couple of things in my head that I want to talk about and I need to take a sip on the tea. So let's stop doing this redstone because that's completely fine right there. I'm going to walk around to where we'll continue it next. We got J6C, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. Ah, you peeps. Oh, you peeps just seen something. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? What was I saying the other day? Hibbity hop pop in the video pop pop. I love how mixed chat is. It's like some people are like Corrales ? And some people are like Corrales, yes. Hilarious. Hilarious. Look, I'll let all of you smart people in chat who are asking who is Corrales, I'll let you, because you lot are really smart, okay? I know you're just trying to throw me off the scent by putting a message in chat, but I'll let all of you go over to Google and search, you know, Minecraft Corrales and figure it. You were already doing that. You were just trying to troll me in chat by asking who he was, right? You know? You know, you're already on YouTube doing your research, finding out who Corrales is. Good on you, you're smart. That is some tasty tea right there. Just so I say hi, long time no see. What is love? Yes, Arcagen, what is love? We got a noise in here from Orgnoran. Jeez, I can't say these names at all. Subscribe with the Prime, thank you ever so much. So, two things to talk about. Let's do Techtopia first. So, I really like what Tango has done. The whole Techtopia mod looks absolutely fantastic. Problem for me is just, it's always the same with modded. And, you know, I was thinking about this. It's like, why do I always struggle with modded? When I do my snapshot videos, I learn about things incrementally. So when they add new stuff to the vanilla game, I tend to, you know, learn it and get on with it pretty quickly. It's also never like a whole encompassing mod thing. So anyway, I've been really excited for Techtopia for a long time, and then, you know, it's coming out and I'm starting to think, right, what am I going to do? And it just feels like the modded problem again for me, which is there's all this new stuff and I don't really quite know how it all fits together. And I've actually been watching all of Tango's videos, not so much the dev series, but I watched all of the introduction to the whole villagers thing. And I don't learn very well at all. Like, I learn by asking questions, and I just got this feeling if I start a series on Techtopia, which will most likely be a streaming one, I'm going to get myself into a situation where my chat is just going to be screaming at me a lot because I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know if I really want to do that, you know? I don't know if that's quite where I want to be right now, so I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I can start it up any time, of course. I also need to think of an angle as well. Like, I was considering playing it in creative mode because I could focus a little bit on building when things slow down. And let's just do that quickly, because I think that's the way you put them side by side. Whoa! See, I could play in creative mode and focus on building when the villager stuff gets a little bit too tricky for me, which I thought would be cool. But I would like to be prepared and have a building aesthetic in mind, have some sort of vision first. I think it's important to be prepared, and I was, you know, kind of like scrambling around Friday trying to figure out what I would do, and I didn't think that was the best way to approach doing a stream on Tango's mods. So I'm not sure if I will do it, but I kind of know what I need to do in order to be able to do it. I also am considering maybe like some sort of multiplayer experience, but I don't know who with. Like, I don't know what's the best way to do that. So very up in the air if I'll do it or not. I really want to. I think Tango's put in an immense amount of effort, created a fantastic mod, but just my track record with playing mods is pretty bad, and I say it's pretty bad. Where I've been making my 1 million special video for my channel, I'm looking back at over some of the modded series that I've done, and there are a couple of good ones. Like I think Hermitcraft and Fullcraft Season 2 were really good modded playthroughs. You know, so I'll keep thinking about it, and it may be something that we do. Play Techtopia with Tango, says Glebo. I don't want to take up Tango's time because I don't know where I'm at with it, right? Like, this is the thing. If I'm going to commit to doing something, I need to be committed, right? And so I need to know what I'm doing. I don't like just sort of saying, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then flaking off. I've done it a couple of times and I don't particularly enjoy it. You know, so these days I'm much more considered. I think the last time we did something like that was Sky Factory 4, and that I just completely flaked off of that. I was like, I can't do this. This isn't working. Right, I wandered back down here probably to get some materials, right? I think we had just... I don't know why I wandered back down here. It's not good, because I probably needed something. All this waffling, eh? All this waffling. Apparently, Cohen says 25 left to go. Goodness me, you must be breaking some sort of record. Thank you everyone for following, I appreciate it. We got quite a few noises in the ear again. We got Belt-Fed Joe resubscribing for 4 months, saying it should be no surprise your channel is doing well. You're a pillar of the Minecraft community. You give so much. Side note, did you know the new lanterns displace water and you can breathe in the block? They displace water. I know what you mean now. I did not know that. That is interesting. Oh, I came back down here to sleep. That's why I wandered back this way. Goodness me. Dude, thank you so much for the nice message. I appreciate it ever so much. I mean, here's the thing with growth on YouTube, right? Like, I really do feel I've been very lucky to be able to do this and grow on YouTube, regardless of what's happened in the last month or so. You know, you always see these comments of some people say like, yeah, you should have more subscribers, and why don't you have many subscribers as this people? It's just the way YouTube works, you know. You might get lucky and be in a good spot, and man, there must be a lot of grizzlies out there. And, you know, hit the right sort of niche and grow, or you know, might... I've got a feeling they're, like, in the rooms above us. They must be. How can they be this close? Okay, there we go. So, yeah, you might just get lucky and hit, like, a niche that, you know, sort of works better for you, or you might not. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but there are certainly, you know, many people out there making videos on Minecraft. Some who probably put way more effort in than I do, and some that you'll probably enjoy way more than I do. And they might not have, you know, a lot of subscribers at all. It's just the way it goes. And recently, for whatever reasons and factors, there's just been this draw to my channel, and, you know, I'll embrace it. Spangle? Oh, Spangle says Asuma. Badger said to tell you a nerd. Quiet, Badger. Quiet, Spangle. Goodness me. Calling me a nerd. I mean, you're watching the nerd. That's like nerd nerd on the next level right there. Getting your nerd fix, are ya? Hanging out with the derp. Okay, let's build a wall so that things can't get in. X, can we have boring voice at 200k followers? I could do. It won't be that exciting because I do it quite often, you know. It'll be anticlimactic. We'll do an anticlimactic boring voice. I could do the boring voice now if I wanted to. I've been practicing. I've been taking time to not do anything and get really impatient and unsettled with how bored I feel and then start talking. It's a lot of effort, you know, to force yourself to be bored. Sitting in a dark room without the lights on for hours on end. I was like, is this really worth it to figure out how to do boring voice again? But it turns out it works wonderfully. I got really bored. And the voice just came with it. Spangle says, don't blame the messenger. I will blame the messenger if it is you, Spangle. Oh, I'm messing with you. Why do the emeralds... why do the hermits want an emerald villager if you sell emeralds for so low? Probably because they don't realise that I'm selling them, would be my guess. You know? Also, while I remember, I need to open Discord. Kralis might shoot me a message in a little bit. I need to reply to him if so. Also, I got stay tuned. I've got something to tell you about in a moment as well. Probably not the most exciting thing ever, but something to tell you about. So I needed repeaters, right? You know, once again, I ambled back down here, and I forgot to make sure in my mind that I knew what I was returning to this area for. So we need stone, and we need probably sticks, right? I can hear a skeleton rattling its bones. Okay, quick creeper check, you know. Make sure there ain't one sneaking up on me. Yes, thank goodness. We've got some stones stashed away over here. And a little bit more as well. And that's light grey. You fooled me with your light greyness. Okay, no message from Kralis yet. That's cool. And apparently we hit 200k subs... No, wrong one. Total derp. Didn't hit 200k subscribers. 200,000 followers here on Twitch. Thank you ever so much, peeps. I did not expect it to go by that fast. So I thank all of you for tuning in and all of you have hit the follow button. Appreciate it ever so much. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another live stream. Today we're working on the floor is lava. As you'll see in just a moment, there is no lava in the floor is lava. That's because I removed it. And now there is a man burning, and the man is attacking me. It's time to leave this place. Oh, there you go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I've been watching quite a few of my old videos recently, getting prepped for the 1 million special, and it's quite amusing. It's quite amusing going back and watching those old videos, that's for sure. Wondering now who is number 200,000, says I Fear Me. You're all number 200,000, okay? You all helped me get there. Let's grab these. Some of these, some of those is what I'm thinking. There we are. And some more with that. Bam. Alright, that's hopefully enough to finish off where we're at right now. Let's go get on this. But who is number one, says Pavement Thumper? You're all number one! It's actually Pavement Humper, but the T on the end of pavement makes it Pavement Thumper to me. Stop thumping that pavement! Gonna hurt your knuckles. Okay, a few more torches here and there. I keep looking around, I keep getting paranoid that something might blow up. Oh, there's a little bit of intermediate redstone to do here as well. I think I'll skip that. I imagine many of you probably want to see me move on from this project, you know. So how far have we gone? We've gone over here, over there, and we got to this bit. So I've got to swing around and do that from the other side. So that will go into this spot, and this one needs to go into that spot. And we got a noise in the air, donation here from Gmank2. Gmank, thank you ever so much for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Is that the last of it? I think that's pretty much the last of it, right? And this little bit here. There it is. There it is. So Gmank says, hey X, I don't know if you saw my message with my sub, but I was wondering, how do you deal with critiques of your music choice and music you create? Not only that, but on YouTube. I would love to listen to some of your work. Proud of you, honestly. Keep up making dreams come true. Thank you ever so much, dude. So, if you're not aware, my music is on YouTube, on my Soulside Eclipse channel. And then there's also a couple of other things scattered around, like, I've sent out tweets of, like, unlisted videos on my YouTube channel for some of my music, and there's some stuff uploaded on the second channel as well. As for people critiquing my music, I didn't really come across that, actually. I felt like people were generally more supportive that I was releasing music, and they'd comment on like, oh, it's like metal and it's weird, but that's alright. You know, that kind of thing. If anyone was critical of it, I mean, if you're going to be critical in a mean way, I just don't care. Like, I just don't have time for that. It's just not helpful to me. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to listen to someone who thinks, oh, this music's rubbish or whatever. Like, alright. The other thing is critiques on music choice. So yeah, I'll put a song on and it'll be like heavy metal or something, and there's always someone who's going to stick their nose up at it, and that's fine. You know, I'm much more interested when I read my pre-stream chat if I'm around, because usually I'm like prepping and getting prepared. I'm looking for those comments where people are like, this is cool, I like this song, and I'm like, yay, you know, that's great. As for the people, you know, saying this is rubbish, it's like, oh well, get over it. As I say, if music is playing and you're not enjoying it, you're missing out. Tough luck. Like, that's it, bottom line. You know, if the music is already playing and you can't enjoy it, then you're missing out, basically. I get it if you don't like every type of music, that's fine, but when something's on, it's there to be enjoyed. That's the way I feel about it. I think you should remove the data pack that gives you more stairs when you can craft it, because it makes the stonecutter more inefficient, says Relacy. I think it translates over to the stonecutter as well. Right, now I don't actually need a lot of that one. Get a few more of those. Probably need quite a few orange. And I'm going to need probably a fair few white ones as well. But that should see us through the last little bit of building I've got to do. I also want to make the beginning circuit while I remember, because it's quite important. So the very first circuit we need here needs to be a regular piston. We need a block of sand, which I definitely kept lying around. Then a bunch of repeaters, which I think I went and put away. So we're not actually quite done with the redstone. Let's go find ourselves a block of sand, and then we should be good. Scooter Boy 17621, a subscriber Amazon Prime. By the way, G-Mank, thank you ever so much for the donation. I appreciate it. I hope I answered your question there as well. Hope that was satisfactory. We also have now, I'm not sure how far behind I am. I believe it's just one other Noise in the Air of Miss. Being Core Boy, resubscribing for 28 months in a row, saying insert witty comment here. Indeed. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Right, let me check Discord again. Okay, no message from Kraus. X, have you ever think about buying redstone from villagers and sell them super cheap? No, I've already got redstone farms. I've got several farms that give me redstone, so in a lot of the stuff for trading with villagers, it's like, I've got a farm for that. So I don't bother with it. Okay, so we need to program this track. And we also need to do the first little bit over here. So this is where the first redstone signal needs to go in. It's funny. Oh god, it's so funny. I wandered down the side because I thought, I don't want to keep trepsing through here. But also I needed to treps through here in order to look at these circuits again. Just typical. So what I've done is I think I've scaled it down by 2 each time. So this is going to be the hardest one. We're going to go literally do the same thing here, except that one needs to have just 2 ticks. So we have a 4-tick repeater and a 2-tick repeater. Let's try and make this a little bit on the compact side. I'm going to put you there, and you are a little bit close. Let's change that. That one's 2, this one should be 4. Okay, so both those blocks are going to get powered, and as a consequence of that, they're going to power these things. This whole thing might get repositioned later on, but that's fine. I'm just doing it to kind of remind myself. So what we want to have is that there, this here, that, and then that. Okay, and then I think what we'll do is we'll get the clock set up so we can see it in action. And I remember the clock pretty well, but we'll go look at it again. We got GBV resubscribed 30 months in a row. GBV, thank you ever so much for 30 months of support. I do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh yeah, and I still have one other little talking topic to mention. Must not forget. We'll talk about that before we head out of here. Okay, so I don't have a torch. Great. Block, torch, 5 repeaters. Block, torch, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means like this. Good stuff indeed. Right, gonna have a sip of my tea again. G-Manx says, did anyone hear what he answered about my question? It was about music. I answered it. If you grab the second channel re-uploads, or whatever you want to call it, the VOD on the second channel when it's out, which will probably be later today, then you can hear it again there. Why is the stream called New Leather Farm, says Demonic? Because that's what we're going to be working on this stream. Just kicking it off with a little bit of work to help finish off the floor is lava. So we just need a torch, and then we can kind of test this thing a little bit. That being said, I'll probably want actually, yeah, another torch as well. Okay. Marshmallow says slurp. Yes, you can hear me slurping. Some people like the sound of that. They tell me. They tell me that they like to hear me sip tea. And I'm like, well, I like to drink tea, so that can be arranged. Okay, so this goes here. And it should kick straight into action. Now that is bonkers fast. Seeing it go that fast is kind of alarming. Let's do that to stop it for now. Right, so what we have to do is now program this track, as I've done all the other ones, and I think we'll do this by counting, perhaps. So what I've done with the other ones is generally try and make them get faster. So maybe let's take an entirely different approach with this one. We have 3 different speeds, remember. How about every corner is a slow one? Give you an opportunity to turn. Right, because that's where you're going to need the most time, when you're going to turn. So we know when we go down below that every one of these corners needs to become a red one. Let's also make the first and last red as well. And then we'll just change up the little sections in between. And I think white is probably going to be too fast for this one. So let's go with yellow and orange and just alternate. And then we can remember that when we're down below. So that's 3 and this is 2. 3, 2. That should have actually come over by... Nah. I think there's something wrong with the way I've laid it out here. Yeah, this should actually be 1 over, and that should be as well. Just because I created this kind of rule of keeping like gaps of 3, but only here there's 2. So I made a slight mistake with the layout, but I'm not going to go back and change it now. Okay, this is going to be a very tough level. And I noticed how some of the longer bits happen to be the faster ones. And that's it. That's all the blocks. Whoopsie doozy. Let's go down below and program it. The first one was orange, right? Or was it yellow? To double check. It was orange. Okay, so now we can program it and then we're done here, peeps. How about accelerating, deaccelerating the corners, says Poison Sandwich. I'm going to stick to the same system I've used for the length of the pulse, so I'm not going to mess with that at all now. So, the first one is 4. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to do them... I was supposed to do this first. Oh, well, we'll go up there and change it anyway. Corner would be 4. This will be 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're back on 3. Whoopsie doozy D. Had to make it rhyme for some reason. So 2 on 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're back to 2. So all of these are going to be 2. Then we're at a corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're back to 3. We're on a corner again, and we're back to 2. That's a corner. So now we're on to 3. 3. Corner. 2. Corner. 3. Corner. 2. This is a long one. Corner. 3. Corner. 2. Corner. And 3. The last one will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, we've done it. But as we go up top and see, that I've been a little bit of a derp and done it in the wrong order, you know? I was supposed to figure this one out first, but I didn't. Interesting. I thought we would have seen all of the yellows and reds up. Did I put an orange there? It just kind of looked orange for a moment. Right, let's just pick out all of these ones. Like so. Did I never finished that, did I? Okay. And let's get that. Excellent. Alright then. So who's excited for the next part of this stream? Has anyone watched the latest episode where we blew up using those TNT machines, blew up a whole area? I don't want to remove those TNT machines yet. They're completely pointless. In fact, we're going to activate them. We're going to activate them just for the sake of it. I might even record a little bit of my next episode while we're streaming now to think about it. Since we're going to fly over there. Because I'd like to do a little bit of blown up. Alright, cool, we're done here, peeps. X, if you have so many redstone, can you give or sell some to Iskau85? He always needs redstone, asks to pay for it. Well, it's funny because he said that yesterday when we were hanging out, and I said, do you want me to farm some for you? And he was like, no. And I was like, alright. Because I got a very efficient witch farm that uses looting and gets crazy amounts of redstone, so that's awesome. Do you make YouTube videos, says Double Moses. Yeah, I do. And I build farms from people like you. Okay. Let's back away. When will you upload your next video, says Splath. I'm going to call you Splath. Hope that's alright. I'll be uploading it. I don't know, probably in a couple of days, but it'll go out maybe tomorrow or maybe tonight. It'll go out on Tuesday. I'm also thinking about maybe doing 2 videos a week, because I do 3 a week at the moment, and once I do my next one, I've not got too much like left to cover for myth busting. I feel like I could do some things, but I might be stretching it a bit. So unless I think of some cool things to investigate, I was thinking if I drop down to doing 2 Hermitcraft videos a week, I could just focus on making those Hermitcraft episodes even better. Since there's loads of people kind of tuning in at the moment, I figured if you're watching better quality videos, then... Anyway, I'm kind of like open air thinking here. Didn't know I was going to talk about that, just decided to talk about it. It's just something I've been considering. Cool, I think we're packed up and ready to go. Just got to grab these backpacks. And, you know, this other stuff lying around gets to stay here because it's all for this project. Redstone is so boring, says Omar Elderme. What do you mean redstone is boring? Redstone births some of the coolest things you see in the... With the torches? What happened there? What happened there? I do not know. By the way, there's some really cool stuff happening over here. There's been a path going around. I think Zenaf's game might be complete. Going to play that soon. Joe Hills has been working on this roller coaster. It is really, really cool. Although when I fly over here, I'm like dead scared of left clicking. But I was thinking, if you did left click on one scaffold, there's so many of them, you'd probably punch out that single one. So, although it looks like a fragile roller coaster, it's probably a bit more robust than you might expect. Let's also take a moment to appreciate the incredible view over here. Absolutely incredible. We got Fira Lowell resubscribing for 26 months in a row. Fira, thank you ever so much for 26 months of support. We also have I Stinned at 100 subscribing with Amazon Prime. I Stinned 100. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Ah, didn't quite make it. Also, peeps, what is up with that? What's up with those magma blocks up there? Is that like some fancy technical doohickey, or is that just for detail? Is that just some sort of thing? I don't know. Hey X, are you planning to start any new series? Says Ollie the... There he is! I found him! I found the one and only. Look at that face! Look at those derpy eyes. Oh, that's my... That might be my thumbnail, actually, for this video. I'll see when Kralis puts out his first episode, because don't want to take away any steam. Anyway, let's move on. He is AFK. Potato, says Blue Sparrow. I don't have the potato on me. It's not on me right now. It's somewhere else. All right. Let's grab a boat. I'll shoot Kralis a message on Discord quickly. I'm supposed to explain something to him. And there's a boat in the way! No! Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Joel Old Nass says, please never use shaders, I really hate them. Well, luckily for you, I don't like them either, so, you know, if you want non-shadery videos, I've got you covered. Peeps, let's talk about the next thing that I wanted to talk about while we head to the area that we've been talking about. So, I have been talking about reaching out to my community and having some form of like open audition for positions or roles around what I do, where I feel like, hey, I could get more stuff done if I had some help from people in my community. Excuse me. This involves stuff like editing, creating replay mods, or should I say replays from the replay mods. And I recently just the other day thought of even more things that I could get done if there were people willing to help and participate in stuff in and around the channel. So I set up a page on my website. So if you go to assumavoid.com, you can't find a link to it. You have to put /help/, and then there's a little page of what I've just written out, some stuff that we could do with help with. I should probably open it up. I should have thought about this. Also, what is up with that? This wasn't here. No, this was here. This has been here for a while. Someone's come and renovated it. I like the rainbow effect. I've got to ride it to experience it, don't I? That's cool. I don't know who did that, but that's cool. Yeah, so I'm going to actually load up my website to give you a quick explanation of my own as to what's going on. Except I'm clicking on all the wrong things. Yay me. Yay me. Right, assumavoid.com/help/. There's probably spelling mistakes. Yeah, so there's this. Right, I've talked about two already, right? The replay mod, the editing. Okay, there's 3 other things on here. So one of them, we're looking for a systems administrator in our community. Someone who can help us run servers and whatnot. I've talked about it before in other streams, looking for someone who watches the live streams that I do and could perhaps help edit things together from them, like maybe replays or some of the topical stuff I talk about getting condensed into a video. There's more information of this on the website, like I expressed all the important parts of that, right? Then there's... Oh, I've already forgotten it. I've already forgotten the other one. Oh yeah, map making. Okay, so I have a bunch of old maps, games that I've created in the past that are kind of been lost to time, right? And that's as far as that went, apparently. Like, you know, different updates of Minecraft. And I'm trapped! I knew that would happen. Oh, I can hold down shift. I can hold down shift. So different updates of Minecraft have come along, and some of my old games have been made redundant, you know, broken maps. I'm looking for some people who might be interested in bringing them up to speed, updating them to 1.14. That could also involve making them perform / play better, maybe adding some new features or levels, stuff like that. If you're a map maker, map developer, if that sounds interesting to you at all, that website, that page, assumeavoid.com/help, you know, you can go check that out and get in touch if you like. Jokum says, how many hours do you have on the server? That's how many minutes I have. I don't know about hours, but I've got that many minutes down. And Denante Twitch says, oh, I love updating maps. Well, get in touch. Read the website first, and if you like if you like the sound of it, then get in touch. Cool. So here it is. Are you all ready for some TNT, my friends? This place about to get blown up. It's going to get blown to smithereens. We need some hype. We need some hype. By the way, we've got a noise in the ear from Bloop Duper, who's subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, Bloop Duper. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream. Use potions of full slowing X. Slow falling. I have no need for potions of slow falling. Let's jump down here. Y'all want to see some TNT? That reminds me of that Corn song. Y'all want a single safe fudge that? Right, let's do it. Oh. Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I also put this bit over here. And here we go, the TNT is real, the explosions are happening. Kablamo! Take that, server. Try and deal with all of these calculations, will ya? I don't think I can even see the exploding happening. What about when I stand here? Yeah, now you can see a little bit of the exploding. But it's not actually exploding anything because it's done its job already. I just had a weird and wacky idea that could get me killed. What a great idea. Let's investigate. Oh, this could be a terrible idea actually, but we'll see. If I grab some of this dirt, right, which I actually need for something else. Right, let's grab the grass. The grass is more useless to me. Okay, so if we look at these little blobs here and think, if only... Okay, this is definitely a terrible idea. If only the TNT would land on that, right? It's even near it. Yeah, this is a rubbish idea. I was thinking a TNT would land on it and help blow it up, but it's probably done the most it can. Parkour, says Cuther lol. Oh, dude, I was supposed to pick something up on the way over here. I was supposed to pick up some emeralds so we can make a beacon with emeralds. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this nonsense. What is it even? Need to fly out of here. Oh, jeez, I didn't have the rocket in my hand. There we go. Woo! Right, let's turn that sucker off. That's the last of the TNT. And I guess, as I so often do in these streams, we're going to have to head back. Also, grass spreading up here might be a little bit of a problem. Slow falling potions, TNT and flame bows to make clearing this into a fun minigame. Alright. Alright. I wasn't going to do it like that, but I guess it could be done that way. X, why isn't Krallis on the members list of the Hermitcraft page? I believe he is. I believe he is. Hey X, seen the Kurtzka's art ant video? I've seen that one. That's amazing. I find ants fascinating. The only other creatures at war on this planet. Mmm. Mmm. Minigame, build a bridge over the lava pit. Do you know what, Rockdoor? We're kind of lucky that there weren't a big lava lake at the bottom of that. Although I could fill it in quite easily with sand. I guess I never thought of that. Right, so I need to get emeralds. Jeez, I think of things in the wrong order, right? And we'll make some slow pots and TNT and whatnot. And we'll have a go at that, I guess. What type of do you like the most? I like firm the's. I like the's that, you know, That's my favourite type of the. What's yours? I think you missed a word. Okay, here we go. Will Keralis be making HD videos against us, Assume Void? I mean, you'll have to wait and see, but I can pretty much tell you yes. Right, how many stacks is it to make a full... It's definitely less than 4, so I think... Oh, look, sold more already. Goodness me, there's plenty to go around. I'll take 5 just in case I'm an idiot. Pretty sure it's 2.5. 2 and a bit. Yeah, it's 2.5. It's 2.5. Hey, we got Doc in chat watching. Hey, Doc, how's it going, buddy? Looks like we don't give a CRAP Doc with the naughty words about spoilers anymore, eh? Thanks, X. Look, he's logged on while I'm streaming. What more can I do? You know? Jeez. Jeez, it's not like I told him what happened in the first episode, you know? I didn't tell everyone that he accidentally blew up the Nether Hub and we had to rebuild it. You know, I didn't give that away. Jeez, come on. Give me some credit. How did you get so many emeralds, says YNZ Cookie. Well, if you head over to my YouTube channel and check out some of the latest episodes of Hermitcraft, you may notice things about raid farms in the thumbnail and titles, and those videos will explain it all to you. Built some crazy overpowered farm. We got Rod Knight UK gifting a sub to DocM77 Live. Thank you ever so much for doing that, Rod Knight. Very kind of you to do so. Also glad to have you watching today, Doc. Now EFO needs to come back, says Don Jet. Everyone needs to come back. Yeah, I'd love to see EFO on here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I've always very much enjoyed EFO's Let's Play style. You know, everyone has a particular way of looking at and playing the game. I like his. I also really grown quite fond of Cub Fan over time. I like the way he just like has an idea and figures out the way that you do it in Minecraft. Wait a minute, wasn't I going to make slow... Ah, whatever. Whatever, I was supposed to make potions, but immediately I just went into autopilot mode. Let's just make a beacon and mine some blocks for now, you know? How long have you been working on this world, says QD Wavy. We've been playing on here for over a year. By the way, yeah, Keralis is playing again, moving around. There's something I need to communicate to him. And that's... that. The Learned Nothing says, Assumer has been on Hermitcraft for over 256 hours, if my math is right. I can't help but feel you might be off a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah, no, I do think you're off. Off a digit. Do you have a favourite farm, X? Oh yes, that raid farm, the most recent one we've built, is glorious. I do feel like farming is getting a little less enjoyable with time. I feel like this Wither Rose is so overpowered. I mean, I knew it was, and sometimes you like to have things overpowered, but I kind of miss like several years ago where contraptions were still sort of big, whereas now they seem to be rather refined to the best principles. And then something like the Wither Rose coming in has just made this way too easy. The farm that we're building here today can be applied in so many different ways, and one of the places where this is where it's spread from, you see, there's a bit of this here for some reason. Come on, get rid of it. The farm that you're... Hey, I need that block. The farm that you're seeing here today can be applied for so many different things. We've already done the all-in-one chunk farm, right? Now we're applying it to mushrooms. And if you watched my recent video about slime farming, I got really excited about the possibility of using the Vindicator in a farm, which I thought was terrific. You know, it could quickly attack the slime and kill it. I think it one-hit kills every type of slime. So that's really awesome, but... you know, when it comes down to it, the Wither Rose is still just so overpowered. You can just use that. Let's think about this. I'm not going to activate the slime, the TNT again, until after we've done our digging. So I'm going to set up my emerald beacon and then do some digging. So what we want to do is pick a spot about 50 blocks from the bottom, so we have instant mine. This is scary. I've got to say, it's scary. Just knowing that someone could come and flick this lever I am going to put that redstone over there again. They are all primed for detonation. Oh, some of them are off and some of them are on. What happens if I do that? Oh, I removed the wrong bit. Glad I checked. So now I can do that and they can all be off. Right, let's leave it alone. It's not overpowered for us mortals, it's hard to get, says Zio Seba. Well, if you seal the farm that I built, it's a little bit scary working with a wither to get all those wither roses, but it's not terribly difficult. And, you know, the community is going to realise how powerful the wither roses are, and those farms, therefore the wither rose farm, people are going to look at that and figure out ways to make that easier with time. We don't need to be precise and have this directly in the middle, we just need to hit the 50 block marker. So if I go down here and we want it to be the top of the beacon. I also didn't bring the... No, wait, I've got my ender chest. Oh, Jesus, how do I not have an ender chest? How do I not have an ender chest? Why? Why do I do this to myself over and 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 over again? It's not funny! Stop laughing at me! Oh, why? I'm annoyed. How? How does it always happen? It only happens... No, it happens all the time. It's more likely to happen when I'm streaming, that I can say. Right, so the beacon itself would go on top of there, right? Let's just build the base while we're here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And that's that corner. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There's something really tacky about this texture. I feel like you'd see it in like a 70s home on a wallpaper. Just gonna hit me there. Apparently it's eye break time, ladies and gentlemen. It's that part of the live stream where I tell you to stop watching. What? Why would you stop watching? This doesn't make any sense. I hope those phantoms don't spawn and kill me. We slept in a bed a while ago. We should be good. But do you want to know what I'm doing right now? I'm looking away from the screen. That's right. I'm putting my health first, people. I'm putting my health first. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, "Oi, stop looking at that screen all day." Actually, I'm just taking a moment to give my eyes a break from squinting and staring at the screen with all the blocks on it. Because those doctors, they say every hour you're looking at a screen, you should take a break. That doesn't mean look at your phone in your pocket. That's a screen as well. Goodness me. Stop checking your email. Stop looking for notifications. Jeez, just look outside. You know? I hear it's really nice out there. Tea. This is also an opportunity to replenish your fluids, so I'm going to have some water as well. Well, there's plenty of water in tea, but... Right, anyway, they say 5 minutes every hour. I said, doctor, don't you know I'm a live streamer? Okay, the people will tune out. I'm sorry, guys, but the live stream is more important than looking. AC the Koala says, I'm putting health first too, so I'm having a smoke now away from the screen. Jeez, I couldn't encourage you more to stop smoking. I mean, every inhale damaging your lungs, increasing the chance of cancer. If there's a habit worth kicking, it's smoking. What about a book on my Kindle? You know what? The Kindle display is slightly different. I don't know if that's quite the same because it doesn't use a lot of light, does it? They're quite dull but readable. Yeah, I imagine different displays probably put a different strain on your eyes, but if there's one that doesn't at all, Kindle might be it, but I don't know. You know, the stuff that I learned doesn't go into that much detail. Did Corrales get back to me? No. And he appears to be around. Maybe you just missed my message. It's the close-up squinting, not the screen that's hurting your eyes, says Destrox. No, I think it's the screen. Like, squinting is obviously worse, but just looking at the screen anyway is putting a strain on it. Do you know what? I think I might not have any rockets. Wait, wrong backpack. No, I definitely do. I have a few rockets because I put... Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. Cutting it close, am I? Right, we need to get rockets, which I'll probably forget. And let's head over here, spin around there. Through the portal we go. So, I need an ender chest and I need rockets. We're taking a trip to the base. Don't let me forget, peeps. Max Sylvester says maybe change it to grayscale. I don't think it's the color range. It's just light constantly shining into your eye. You're still straining your eyes. Reading default focal length isn't designed to maintain short distances. So reading is what you're saying, does it? I mean, who knows? Anyway, RTM516 has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and Left Undone 16 has subscribed as well. Thank you ever so much for the subscriptions, peeps. I appreciate it and hope you're enjoying the stream. Sven Victor says, remember to get rockets. Yes, thank you. That's the goal, isn't it? Ooh. And peeps are saying slow falling. Yeah. Then I have to get a flame bow as well. This doesn't have flame on. Oh, it does. For some reason I thought it didn't. You should make a casino in the Hermitlands, says Hack. I don't, you know, making a gamble game or a casino is always the easiest way to make a minigame, right? I just don't like gambling, and every time, I think I've done some like that in the past, but I'm just not fond of gambling in general and don't really want to encourage it. I just think it's a terrible... if it were up to me, I'd make it illegal. or I'd make it so that, like, every time you gamble, a portion of what you gamble actually gets put into, like, some sort of savings account or, like, social program. Because otherwise, you're just giving away money. Here's the thing about gambling. Like, if the odds meant that you would win and that you would get more money out than you put back in, then it wouldn't exist. It just wouldn't be a thing. You know? It's because... I should put those in there as well. It's because you can't, like, statistically make money from it that you, that it exists. Because people make a racket out of people gambling. Right, why do we come back here? Rockets, 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 rockets in my pockets. And slow potion falling. Slow potion fallings. Oh, of course we need those. We need those fallings of slow potion. You know, where would we be without our fallings, eh? Ender chest. Yes, thank you, peeps. Thank you ever so much. There we go. Ender chest. Problem solved. Now we need sugarcane. Isn't that also stashed back there? Also, we've got some up here. Terrific. I've also got loads in here, well, now that I think about it. Okay, they're filling up all those ender chests. All those... The other chests. Jeez, they're called boxes. Get it right. Getting angry with myself all of a sudden. Right, there we go. Cool, lots and lots of rockets to put in my pockets. So those are the things we came back for. Now we're going to make... some other stuff, potions specifically. Now, how do we make the full pool-in? How do we make the full pool-in? I can't talk today. What's going on? What's going on? How do we make slow pots, as someone has described it there? Awkward and phantom membrane, says Hazel. Excellent, I can do that. Now, can you make an awkward potion with redstone, or is that mundane? I forget how to make awkward straight away. I think you can just use a spider eye or a fermented spider eye. Where would my phantom membranes be? I think I might have a stash in here actually. Yeah, I do. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make like 9 potions of these. Netherwarts. All right, just straight up netherwort. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's always the base ingredient, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Ah, I thought you had to put something else in after the netherwort to make it awkward. Well then, redstone for duration, make them last long. That's it, there's our ingredients. Now the question is, where are my bottles at, you know? Where are my bottles at, yo? Oh, they're right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't have a little water thing around here either, so... Ah! That might have broke something. No, that wouldn't have broken anything. Okay, is this a full block? I think it's a full block. We're safe. We're good. Bit of a strange way to do things, but it gets the job done, right? Okay, there we go. And we got a noise in the ear. It's Kitty Gaming 99 resubscribing for 21 months saying, "Hi X, I've updated my server to 1.4.4, 14.4. Do you have any suggestions for projects my player can do as a community?" Yeah, I'd recommend building the XP Vault. We're going to do that on Let's Play Minecraft together, I reckon. Build the zero tick farms. They're actually banned on our server just because we're unsure of how they interact with Spigot. But what I've been discussing doing, only discussing, is live streaming a project where we build an XP Vault for our Let's Play Minecraft together community. Oh, it's now on 1.14.4 as well, which is why we're talking about this. So I want to go check that out quickly. Just I haven't logged on. I just realised. Anyway, we got them. We got them. You can stop telling me now. You can stop telling me I've got them, peeps. I should grab some more arrows since we're potentially going to be doing a lot of that stuff, right? XP Vault is very slow. I've been waiting for 2 days for it to smelt. Yes, it's you have to build it on a large scale for the return on investment, right? That's the only problem with it. But then again, you know, everything has its ups and downsides, right? Like the XP Vault, once you built it, it's great for being nearby and being like, oh, I quickly need to repair my pick, because then you don't have to travel all the way to that farm in the Nether. If you build your XP Vault though really far away from anything else, then you're gonna have a problem. Anyway, this should now be on. I've got a feeling they had to change the IP address. I'm just gonna, in case it's an issue. Hey, wait, what do I have to press? What do I have to press? I'm gonna press. I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not ending the stream. I'm not ending the stream, I swear. I can't remember what the IP was. I saw it just the other day. Ah, oh, jeez, I'm an idiot. Let's. Let me go quickly grab it. Oh, okay. Right, Corrales messaged me back. That's good. And where am I going? Ah, that's right. Okay, I remember it now. Okay, bear with me, peeps. Yeah, we had to change the IP address for some reason. And I'm in spectator mode. And I don't even know where I am. I just logged out some. Oh, goodness me. That is a teary-eyed sheep. Yeah, anyway, the server updated to 1.14. Excellent. Excellent. Golf's got an amazing base. Look at. Oh, gorgeous builds. Floaty builds. Wait, this makes no sense at all. It's like an optical illusion. From here, it's like, oh, wow, amazing epic base. From over here, it's like, what's going on? What's going on? This is crazy cool. Oh yes, we've seen these builds before. These are amazing. I love them. Anyway, getting distracted. On here, on LPM2, we might build an XP Vault. That might come back and do like a mega project, and that'll include, you know, all the components of that. Anyway, wasn't someone asking like what farm to build? I can't remember how we started talking about that. It's like I get very easily distracted. You know, weird that, isn't it? The old easily distracted. Silver256 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Also, Doomio Lag is here for 27 months in a row. Doomio Lag, thank you ever so much for your 27 months of support. Appreciate it ever so much. Get TNT. Yeah, do you know what? Let's make some TNT before we leave. I do actually have some already, but probably not a lot. Let's go check it out. Well, I know that I use 25 to build those machines, but I always keep some TNT in here, remember, peeps? You know, before you're like, he's a derp. Look, I've already got TNT. But we can make some extra stuff, right? So, if I grab my... Do I have a stash of sand? Sandstone. I've got plenty of sandstone. A little bit of sand up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably more than enough. Right, I'm going to need a shulker box to transport some stuff around. all of that can go in there. A few extra blips and blops. Throw them away. Now, why is chat screaming beacon over and over again? I don't understand why. I don't need a beacon, you know. I've seen a lot of people screaming beacon. Bacon! Cook me some bacon! There we go, 2 stacks of that. I actually kind of don't need this, do I? No. Just needed to put them somewhere for a second. Okay, we're good, we're good. We've got everything we need. We got everything we need. I always wondered how your base isn't a total mob farm. Of course it's the glass floor, says Duality. Yeah, and everything's built out of slabs. Like let's go back and look at it for anyone who hasn't seen it. The entire base, I mean, you can see it here. It's all built with slabs, right? That's actually intentional here as well. This is what made building this so, like, basically twice as long to build, is that it was all designed with, like, normal blocks, but then we had to shift it all by half a block. So all of this shape that you see right here, that is my base. And it's nighttime, which makes it harder to see the details, but everything is a slab. So when you see a single block by itself, it's actually 2 slabs. Like right there, that's 2 slabs. And all the way around here, it's all slabbed. All the way to the very top. Let me just perch myself here. So yeah, that's a slab. You can see the slab lines there. So nothing spawns on it. All the way down to those bits. Even the inside here, which I've never done anything with those spaces. It was always a plan of mine to do that. All the way over to here, all slabs. There is a guardian farm hidden around the back there. It's an amazing little base. It's an amazing base. But next season, you ain't going to see anything like this from me. I'm going to go in a totally different direction. Winnie, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Camping Meerkat says, your base made me dry out a monument. Looks so cool. Took a lot longer to dry out than you made out. Well, I've dried out quite a few in my time, so for me, like, maybe I don't show the grind on camera as much. Also, there are some techniques that really speed it up. If you want to see some cool Guardian bases, my Season 4 Episodes, so if you were on YouTube and you typed in Episode, there are 3 of them. They're all dedicated to building a massive mega base around a Guardian farm. And also, if you search Asuma Guardfall on YouTube, Guardfall, you'll find my first ever Guardian farm. It wasn't a base, that one. It was like a crazy big farm. They're all 3 different concepts as well, like 3 different ways of farming Guardians. I really like that there are many ways to farm Guardians. Like we were saying earlier, the Wither Rose is just a bit all too powerful, so a lot of farms it's now like, just use the Wither Rose. Whereas the Guardian farm, luckily, I mean, maybe there's a way to use it with the Wither Rose, but it's still pretty good. LF Gaming 1 is here, resubscribing for 5 months. Thank you ever so much, LF Gaming. I appreciate it ever so much. Also, peeps, be sure to hit the follow button. Today we hit 200,000 followers. We have almost 2,000 peeps watching. And if you haven't hit the follow button, be sure to do so. I mean, we've got to start getting towards 300,000 now, right? Marshmallow says mic muted. Oh, it's my microphone muted, is it? Oh, jeez. Well, we'll just do a silent stream. Is that all right? Is it all right if we do a silent stream, Marshmallow? Is that okay with you? If that's okay with you, then we'll do a silent stream. You know, that's what we'll do. Lots of peeps seem to think that a silent stream would be good. Excellent. Well, I don't have to turn my microphone back on then if you think a silent stream is good, you know? Marshmallow says, yeah, sure. Alright, good to know you can hear me. Okay, let's go and take that. Take one of these. And then chuck the rest of this stuff into one of these, I guess. Potions over here. There's a lot of rails in there. TNT. Awesome. Alright. With sound effects. Do a silent stream, but speak so we can hear you, says Mr. Jack. That, you know, that sounds like the best way to do a silent stream with the speaking, you know, because otherwise you can't hear me, you know. Right. Ow. Okay. Fallen down I have. I think what I'd like to do is have dirt to fill in these walls. So I kind of want to, like, if we're going to start here, I want to maintain it as we go along. Also, I could get rid of this pillar in the corner here, possibly. It's kind of pointless. I guess I am pretty much going to end up taking a trip back to get more dirt again. That could have been really bad. I could have literally, you know, exploded. Okay, and then we'll go up here and we'll dig down. Indecisive, aren't I? Look at me, just can't get started. So originally, this was... Oh my god, I totally thought I heard a creeper hiss. This was going to be the original wall, but then... Yeah, but then I made it a little bit bigger. If we press F3 and G, you'll see that we are on the outside of a chunk border. This farm's actually just going to be a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Well, not that it can't be any smaller, I guess. Just going to make it a tiny bit bigger than I originally planned. That's all I need to say, really. Okay, so I want these walls to be tidy. I don't want them to be just left. That could be bad if we leave little pockets, because we don't want any mycelium spreading at all around here. We're also going to need some smooth stone as well to fill in the walls that get blown up. So I thought I was going to be instant mine and digging. I'm doing the opposite. I'm placing blocks. I'm doing it the wrong way around. What's going on? How can you resubscribe, says TMM YouTube. Well, if you are subscribed for a month, then the next time you subscribe is a resubscribe. You know, it takes a month-long commitment. It's a big commitment, considering the amount of dirt that I am to put up with. Hey X, I'm going to be watching some YouTube with farm designs to prepare my switch to Java. I enjoy your stream today. Keep going, says Dan Van. Awesome, dude. Yeah, awesome. Best of luck with the Switch. I think Java is superior. I mean, I don't play the other ones to really know, but it certainly feels like Java just has this kind of edge. One of them being the controls, I think, is a big selling point. You've got a bit more freedom with movement, it feels like. You know, whenever I play Bedrock, it feels so clunky. Clunky junky. Okay, let's rip out that little bit there. Okay, so again, having mycelium is so bad. This could ruin the farm. So where we got this little... do you know, if I let water in here, it's not a big deal, is it? So I just wanted to check that there's water there. Okay, so we've got a cave. Okay, I did this earlier and I checked that there was no water in here. Sorry, dirt, which could spread into mycelium. Okay, so let's bring all that down. Sweet. Cool. Hopefully now it's kind of clear what I'm doing here, just taking it all the way down at this level. Okay, more mycelium to be checked. It's kind of bad it being nighttime. Looks like the sun's about to rise. Asuma, what is behind the nether portal in your base? Says Hankiz. What is behind the nether portal in my base? It is a map room that has all of my hidden treasure maps. You must have seen that a moment ago and wondered, what on earth is that? Why don't I know what this is? I've just been working on it every now and then. Like, I started it on stream, and it wasn't a particularly interesting project, but I didn't want to just leave it, so I kept working on it. Right, so we should aim for like a height to get all these corner bits down to, I think. I think we've got more digging to do on two sides, because this side and that side look like they're thicker. Let's double check the grid. No, we're in the correct spot. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, homie. Let's get rid of this mycelium. I'm surprised we haven't seen a mushroom spawn on any of these. It makes me wonder if there are actually other mushrooms in this area. Might be a good idea to... Oh, do you know what? I spotted something with my camera account by mistake. I had to do some administrative work, and my camera account was logged in this area, and I flew over to check to this island to check something, and I noticed that there were pigs there. Now, here's the thing: they really shouldn't have spawned because they're definitely not loaded, right? Actually, yeah, this is definitely not loaded. But look, there's a lot of pigs here, which shows you, like, the principle of mob farming. There's like, look, there's not a lot of other loaded spaces here where they can spawn. So the fact that they're there means something. But around here, no mushrooms, none. Maybe when we get lower down, we'll see them. Yeah, I think I'm just worrying a little bit there. All right. Ugh. Smash my face into a wall. Oh, goodness me, let's land somewhere. Kind of want to be up there, don't I? This one has ender pearls. Let's grab some. Right, we've got a noise in here from Pingas1113 subscribing and also gifting a sub to Haley Says Hi. Well, thank you, Haley Says Hi, for tuning in today. You've been gifted a sub from Pingas. And Pingas, thank you ever so much for subscribing and gifting. I appreciate you supporting the community like that. Very kind of you to do so. And I hope, of course, you enjoyed today's stream. What's going on in chat? Camping Meerkat says, do you listen to audiobooks when you're working on big builds? If yes, what ones would you recommend? If you head over to my website, assumeavoid.com, there is a knowledge page, and on there there's probably a couple of audiobooks. The one book I've read that really kind of like opened my eyes to being a human and what that means is Thinking Fast and Thinking Slow by this doctorate, and I forget his name. Daniel something, beginning with K. Sam Harris also did a podcast with him, if you like listening-y stuff. Anyway, this whole thinking fast and thinking slow is kind of like a way of looking at the human experience through the lens of how our own mind is creating a reality for us constantly, right? Like, I think everyone can understand that two people could look at the same object but see something different. So what is that object, you know? Maybe someone's not got as good a vision as the other person, thinks it's a little bit closer, think it's a slightly different colour, whatever. Like, people can be colourblind. Your whole reality is built in your mind, and this book just kind of goes right in to different mechanics of the mind. Lots of experiments that were conducted and studies done to kind of look at how our mind is shaping reality for us and where its shortcomings are, especially in like logic and perception. And I just found that absolutely fascinating. Daniel Kaneman says, Claire Bido. That might be it. You can go to the website, assumeavoid.com, click on the knowledge link on the right hand side of your screen, and you'll be able to find it. The purpose of my knowledge page is just to share things that I found to be very knowledgeable and interesting. So when someone asks a question like that, I'm like, hey, there's a page on my website for that. Go check it out. Potassium has a video about that. It's pretty interesting, says Blue Sparrow. I really like Potassium's video. Yeah, I'm aware he's done one. I think he even mentions the book, right, when he talks about it, the same book. I found it to be, yeah, just really fascinating, but also very, very useful when you start to think about it in practical day-to-day life. Like, you start to see it in yourself, like how your brain can deceive you a little bit sometimes, and kind of gets you like thinking a bit more. What would be the word? Not objectively or rationally. I'm thinking like when you're a bit more critical, when you think things through a bit more. Don't know quite what the word for it is. Are you thinking about when season 7 will begin? Says Jamie James. Not in a I want it to start kind of way, just in a next season I know what I'm going to do. Like, I know some of the things are going to change about my playstyle. And I'm looking forward to season 7, but I really don't want it to start anytime soon. This season has been so much fun, and there is so much more fun to be had. It just feels a bit mad to do that right now. Svark says outside of the box, question mark. No, like just to be more critical, I think is what I was going for. Hey X, what is the point of the stock exchange? What do you get out of the shares? Says Lakchalan. If that's a serious question, then you can go to YouTube and find quite a few videos explaining what the stock market is and how it works. I find it kind of tricky to understand, but it's the world of investment, and putting value on things, and it probably sounds quite boring, and to be fair, it kind of is, but it also controls a lot of what happens in the world. So, I mean, if you're really interested in knowing, there'll be, you know, loads of good explanations on YouTube probably. I'd be not very good at explaining it, you know, because I don't fully understand. Assume if you want to make a leather farm, why did you make that huge hole with TNT? So the farm can be bigger. The bigger the farm, the better, right? Faster rates and all of that. By the way, we had a load of gifted subs from Pingas1113. Thank you ever so much for supporting the community, Pingas. I appreciate that. Sorry for being a little bit late on reading these out. If you hear your name being read out, you've been gifted a sub. Tate, Adrienne TV, and Admiral Bahru. You're all now subscribers of the channel. Feel free to send an Asuma love heart to Pingas. Of course, you can do that because you're now a subscriber. So, congrats and thank you again, Pingas, for supporting the community. Very kind of you to do so. Right, have we filled in all the gaps? I think we've filled in all the gaps. Sort of. We've got a big open cave over there, though. We can start to level this around the outside here downwards, which is good. It's not a crazy amount of digging to do, really, but it'll still take a little bit of time. This is boring, says Cool Flesh. Yeah, I mean, tune out. Don't need to send a message about it. Jeez, if it's not for you, tune out, buddy. I ain't trying to keep you captive here. If it's not your cup of tea. What date Hermitcraft started, says Zach. I believe April 2011. Or 12. No, it would have been 12, right? Yeah, April 2012. Because 2011 September is when I started doing YouTube videos. Oh, creepy noises. Right, let's go down by... Oh, that's more blocks than I wanted to. Although we can kind of reach upwards. Let's go up by 1. And 1 again. Yeah, we're gonna go around now like this. This should be kind of effective, I think. Got a gravel patch here. Got to fill in all the spaces as we go. How long has this season been going on for, says Super Salty Gamer? Over a year. Like a year and a month, probably by now, right? And it will probably continue going on for quite some time. Season 6, I reckon, without a doubt, will end up being our longest season. And probably our best. Don't think anyone would disagree with that, right? Duty 082019 has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us. Thank you for your subscription. We're in the chilled out part of the stream now, where we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. Duality says, I hate it when people leave little rooms behind walls like that. I would be sort of annoyed by that. I think there's a place where you shouldn't do that, which is if you're in public areas and, you know, mob spawning is a problem, you know, light up those caves at least, or fill them in. But really, like, you know, I used to be someone to perfectionize things in this game and be like, oh, I must fill in every little gap, and I might have, even for a project like this, have leveled out the stone and gotten rid of the patches of different colours, but I mean, this project isn't for that, and I think fussing over things that you can't even see when you've finished, it takes away time in the long run, and I think time is valuable, and even when you're playing a game like this, you want to enjoy your time, but I think getting hung up on those little OCD things is not worth it a lot of the time. You know, you could get more things done overall in the game if you didn't care about those little details. So I you know, now try not to get hung up on those things, especially when you're like me and you have to fly back and forth 100 times just to get your project rolling, you know? Just to get it rolling. Are you that rich that you use an emerald block for a beacon? Yes, like that was fun, making an emerald beacon. That was hilarious. Season 11, 2026, says CH. Who knows what's going to happen in that year? Who Who knows? Callum Fight, welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream. Do you think the server will be updating to 1.15 when stable, or will that be the start of Season 7? I don't know. I really don't know, because, you know, you might have thought 1.14 could be the start of Season 7, but here we are, and we're still having an absolute blast. We've even got, you know, Python and Corrales returning. And this season's got legs. I think it'd be silly to rush the season when it's, you know, so epic like this one is. One of the things is myself and quite a few other players are long season players. We like worlds to last a long time. There's a lot of enjoyment in that, getting established and being able to do all the end game stuff. So who knows, really? Who knows? But yeah, we don't have to worry. It's like, it's how would you describe it? It's like a question with no bad answers or something, I guess. Why worry about it? We're having a blast. It's not like we need a new season for some reason. The world hasn't broken or... Anyway. Will it be an epic shot? It's an epic shot! It's an epic shot, okay. Getting a little bit excited about the ender pearl throw there. Need to calm down, jeez. Let's put some of these blocks in here. Have we got any more space? We've not got a lot more space, have we? Alright, place down that bed. Do you tag should return later this season, says Jolol. I think tag's done and dusted. There's also like basically another game of tag going on right now anyway. Imagine if all the seasons got merged and you could see the progress, says Enzo. Merged how? Like put together in one wells, I guess? Could be one way of doing something like that. Right, how many blocks are we going down this time? We'll go down this many. To that height. Yeah, right there. Very cool. So would the hot potato game be in the tag hall? No, but it's kind of like tag, right? Like... Maybe you don't see it that way. That's the way I see it. It's kind of like tag. Oh! Oh, there's a big gap here. Well then. Let's get rid of that one. Ugh! Hop into that space. Make some weird sound effects. Start filling this up. Hey, assume I just followed, says Mick Kia. Well, thank you ever so much for following. I appreciate you doing that. I must say, Rendog's Tomoto Yoshi episode was very epic, says Juvia. It was. Rendog's been killing it. I love what he's doing with his characterizations. If anyone hasn't seen Rendog's Tomoto Yoshi episode, it is stunning. It's fantastic. What he's doing there with the role-play and the characters is just some next-level Minecraft right there. In fact, it's not really... It's almost like Minecraft's becoming... the toolbox, right, for the real entertainment, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's fantastic. Go prank someone. Always fun, says Joel Nass. But we've already pranked Mumbo this stream. I mean, we wouldn't do 2 pranks in one stream, would we, peeps? Should we do 2 pranks in one stream? I don't know. It sounds like a bit much. Oh, am I not going... I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm doing it wrong! None of the TNT even got close over on this side, did it? Didn't even get close. Right. All the way down to here. Actually, what height were we at? I don't even know. Let's just keep digging these blocks out. Don't worry about it too much. Prank Mumbo while calling Korean, please, says Double Moses. Also boring. Pranks are fun, yes, but it's good to get hard work done and have awesome chats, says Header Rules. Yeah, speaking of awesome chats, anyone got a talky topic they want to talk about? Something happening in the world? I don't know. You know me, I like to waffle. Although, to be fair, I'm a bit clueless lately because I stopped watching the news. stopped tuning into that stuff. Every now and then I go and like find a little bit out about what's happening in the world, but it's all negativity. Whenever I open BBC News, I've got BBC. By the way, I really don't like BBC News at all. I have that like bookmarked. Like being British, being from this country, it's like the main news source here, so that's the one I got on my phone. And man, every time I open it up, it's just like they pick the worst possible stories. And I get that those drive attention, or people think that they're the most important ones, but I just think about how it has an effect on who you are as a human and how you feel. And it just feels like you've been being bombarded by negativity, and you're like I feel like I'm the most inconsequential person when I read this stuff. Like, this has nothing to do with me, and I have no power to do anything about it. So by not tuning into what's going on around the world, like, all of a sudden what's happening in your own life just becomes more the focus, more important, and you're more in tune with yourself and people around you, and you realise how little of a burden that stuff is on you. Now, obviously, there are some horrific things happening in the world that you wouldn't want happening to anyone or any other place, but like I said, a lot of these things are like totally out of your control and power, and so you knowing about them is just a burden on you. It's better to tune out, I think. I mean, yeah, I might be less informed, but it's a real weight. It's a real weight. Once you stop watching, you realise, my goodness me, this puts a weight on my shoulders. You know, worrying and caring about all these things that you have just absolutely no connection to. We got a noise in the ear from Haley. Says hi, doing cheers, throwing bits, saying show love, show love. What is your opinion on tiny house living / van life? I think I know what channel you're talking about. The tiny house living. I mean, it's a bit of a phenomena, right? But there's shows that turn up on various channels on cable television. There's also this YouTube channel that I think is called Tiny Living, or Tiny House Living. Is that what it's called? Anyway, I'm really fond of it. I really love those minimalist tiny houses. I think I could get along with something like that. But don't really have the time or energy to, you know, make that an ambition, I guess. Like, as much as I'm interested in it and think it's cool, it's not kind of like what I need to focus on doing myself right now. But I really like it. I really like those small, like, living houses and like the minimalist aspect of it. Really cool stuff. Bill Gates wants to throw dust in front of the sun, so stop global warming, says Lascaneses. Oh, jeez. I feel like solutions like that sound like they miss the point. The global warming, we want to solve that. We started it, we got to stop it, right? But the thing is, it's our behaviour that needs to change. You know? We ain't going to come up with any cool scientific solution, because I think the thing we misunderstand about science is, although science may be that thing that's going to provide a solution, or so we think it is, it's also the very thing that causes it as well, right? The progression of technology is what is causing more and more pollution. And so the idea that we're going to, you know, figure out some crazy technology to solve our problems, while we're doing that, we're also going to figure out the technology that's going to create the new problem, you know? Like, that's what technology is doing. Technology is us, like, disrupting the equilibrium that already exists. And it's so easier to disrupt and disbalance equilibrium than it is to get it back in place. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I don't like the ideas about going to other planets to try and solve our problems here. It's like the thing is obvious. We know what to do. We need to stop putting CO2 into the atmosphere. If we think going to another planet to find out, oh, well, we could do this and offset it, we're just going to find technology that we're going to take advantage of and create more pollution. You know, one good example of this is, think about how you always hear about how, you know, TV screens are getting slimmer and more efficient and they use less power, and you're always hearing about how phones, smartphones, batteries are getting a bit better. We're using less power. No, we're not. We're using more power. Because every time we make an efficiency adjustment, you know, now our electricity consumption on these devices are 10% less. we're already gearing up to, you know, make 20% more of them and sell them to all these new people that keep popping up on the planet every day, right? All this wonderful efficiency coming from technology is also paired with us using technology at a much faster rate and therefore consuming way more electricity and therefore burning fossil fuels, etc. You know? Am I making sense? The Earth goes into cycles, we're just speeding up, says CHX. It could be that there's a natural cycle, but how much are we speeding it up by? Like, what if we weren't polluting like we are? Could we exist on this planet for several thousand more years, maybe even hundreds of thousands? I don't have the answer to that. It seems like our impact with CO2 is astronomical, though. Like, it's a real astronomical, maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but it's a real push. It's not like we're adding a fraction of a percent to a direction that we're already going in. It's like we're grabbing the wheel and turning it, essentially. We're grabbing that wheel and we're turning it, peeps. And we're going to crash into a wall. Matt says there is a German politician and she says we have to tell the sun to shine less if we want to stop global warming. I think an American politician said something like that, and it got sort of shared around a little bit, that they said that they just need to get the sun to stop shining more, and people were like, "What? you want to do what, mate? Oh yeah, get the sun. Oh yeah, how are we going to do that? Write it a letter? Yeah, so quickly just write a letter to the sun. You know, it might burn up on the way there. Bit of a problem. The sun, you know, the sun's going to burn that paper. I think deglobalization can help. The more things are produced locally, and that message went off the screen. Yes, I agree with that as well. Like, I learn things about, like, the problem with economics is that economics is always like seen as this like guiding light of progress, but economics in a way, like, as we become more economically powerful, is just us ripping more resources out of the ground and consuming more, you know? Yeah, I can see what you mean by that, because I learned that apples that are grown in the UK get shipped abroad to be cleaned by workers that they can pay less than workers here, and then shipped back again to sell to people in the UK. It's like, that sounds absurd, but that's what happens because of economics. Like, it's cheaper to exploit people in another country to do this job that needs doing, and so a lot of like how we organise stuff in the world is done through this system, and it basically means it's kind of like chaos. The end is near, says Name One. I do wonder, like, are we going to see like the collapse of all of this in our lifetime? I am pretty pessimistic. However, I feel like I'm sort of as pessimistic as I was 10 years ago, and hey, it's still here. So, oh, look at that! Pro shot! The proest of pros. We should tell China to reduce its CO2 output, says Nuage Ra. I don't think we should tell any other country what to do. We should tell ourselves to do that. You know? I like, if we could vote over here to force our politicians to enact some sort of laws to help reduce CO2, do it here. Like, start with yourself to sort out a problem. That's, you know, that's true of many things, like relationship problems, problems with other people. Like, you're always the common factor in your own problems, so start with yourself. And I think the same thing applies to solving this problem. Don't point the finger at another country. Lead by example. Every country's got to change. It's not like one country can just do all the work and everyone else will be alright. We all got to change. Assumer, the world is hell-bent on making as much money as possible, no matter how it affects the earth and its people. It would seem so, but within that there are, of course, people who don't subscribe to that and don't behave in that manner. You know, there are, I do believe there are like companies that exist with ethical aims. Obviously making money is always a part of that, but to what extent do they? Just like Man in the Mirror of Michael Jackson, says IC Yo. I love that song. I still listen to Michael's music. I've got to say though, that last documentary that came out about him is pretty disturbing, and I don't know what to think, you know, about all of that anymore. Non-profits, says Labyrinth. Yeah, there's a big problem with charities and non-profits as well, is that a lot of rich people use it to offset taxes, and some non-profits are not as non-profit as you might think. Like, a non-profit has employees, and how much do those employees get paid? Now, at the employee level, probably not a lot, probably minimum wage, that kind of stuff, but sometimes you have non-profits that have CEOs and executives in them that earn hundreds of thousands a year, which you might disagree with and go, oh, that ain't on. This is supposed to be a charity, a non-profit, you know, like, all is not quite as it seems a lot of the time. Let's play a little game of parkour here and hobble on around to this bit. I think I've got a wall to fill in here. Let's just start filling it in. Like a whole caving system's been open. Notice how the caves are all empty, no mobs in them though, of course. Elon Musk said we will become Type 1 in 10 years from now. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Elon Musk worship, right? And the dude's great. He's, you know, certainly doing a lot, and there seem to be some great things, but again, it's technologists. I always think this technology thing is the wrong attitude, thinking that technology will save us. It's like, no, technology is the thing that's destroying everything. Technology is the thing that lets us rip stuff out of the ground more and throw everything out of balance. So I'm kind of not excited by the whole going to Mars stuff. You can enjoy MJ's music. Many other people worked on those albums, and you can still respect the product and be critical of the artist. Yeah, separate the music from the person's actions. Actually, yeah, I think I've heard that discussion before. Like, should you still be able to enjoy his music? Yeah, I think you should. Separate the music from the accusation, let's say. What's your position about Brexit, says Jet Blaster. I'm just sick of hearing about it at this point. Like, it has just been, again, just the doom and gloom of the news, and Brexit has just been this constant, like, looming cloud of whatever. I mean, I just want it to be over, really. Then again, something else will replace it. Once Brexit's done with, there'll be something else for the news to constantly harp on about. That's why I tune out of it a lot. Asuma, when is the AMA, says Crizzo. Great question. Ladies and gentlemen, on our Hermitcraft Reddit, /r/Hermitcraft, I will be doing an AMA on the 24th of this month, which is a Saturday at 4 PM BST, which will be a couple of hours after one of my episodes goes out, so there'll probably be a reminder in that episode. Yeah, going to do an AMA. I thought it would be pretty cool. I saw Cub Fan done one, and I was like, that's a really cool idea. Doc M is doing one on Sunday. Maybe some of the other hermits will join in as well. It's a bit of a trend now. Cubs started a trend. Everyone wants to do AMAs. Brexit meantime, says Mank. Oh dear, don't even. British summertime, that stands for. It's the year 2048 and Brexit has still not happened. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Oh, by the way, we had a noise in the ear 3 minutes ago from Jake Nuke, a donation, saying, don't do a mumble and level out the bedrock, please. Oh, right. Yeah, I do actually plan on leveling out the bedrock because I'm going to build directly on top of it, so don't worry about that. If that annoys you down there. Jake Nuke, thank you ever so much for the donation, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Isn't every live stream an AMA, says Mimi. It is, yeah. It's funny because I get, like, people say, oh, you should do a Q&A live stream. I'm like, that's every live stream. That's what chat is. Questions and answers, right? I mean, you literally asked me a question and I'm answering it. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, speaking of odd charities, did you know Adrenaline Alley Skate Park is a charity? Never heard of that Adrenaline Skate Park before or knew it was a charity. We got JPEX subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me. I appreciate that, JPE. Hope you enjoy the stream. This is too early, says Equal Cosmos. Depends where you are in the world. Move to a different time zone. Gee, stop complaining. It is 11:30. After I'm done with this stream, which is actually quite soon, I'm going to have time for a shower. I think I might have a quick shower. Probably have a quick shower. I went for a cycle. I don't sweat when I go for a cycle. It's really weird. Like, I always feel like I should come back sweaty, but I'm not. I kind of like a bit worked up, right? But I don't sweat. If I go for a run, I come back drenched. Probably shouldn't. Probably don't need to worry about that. I mean, cycling's not as intense, right? Ooh, there's like a big... Oh, that was actually from when I was, like, observing. There was something I was trying to convey with my replay mods time-lapse thing, but it didn't really turn out very well. But I was actually moving around in the time-lapse on the video, kind of jumping about and taking out water sources, but you couldn't really... Water source, mate. Water? What's water? Oh... We got a noise in the ear from Robert Raff. Robert Raff with a cheers and a bit saying, use slime blocks on the bedrock. I could do, but you won't see it, so it feels a bit pointless. Plus, I don't know how many slimes I've got left at the moment. Of course I've got the slime farm, but... Oh my god, this song sounds like that R. Kelly song they use on the Hate Tree podcast. Do you have your papers? Have you had your shots? Just the beginning of it. Now the beat's kicked in, it doesn't sound like that. Have you gone to Wales or Cornwall? Says Fluffy. I did a cycling vlog in Wales on my channel a few years ago. Did 2 of them actually up there when I was cycling through some amazing valleys. They're still on my channel if you want to go look for them. I think they're part of a playlist, the part of the vlogs playlist. Been to Wales many times over the years, many times, and I love Wales. Beautiful country, really nice. Wouldn't mind living there actually. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. I got a new computer. Mods, can we time out? What? When's the cooking video coming? Oh, I don't know. It's always just a pipe dream, right? Always just an idea. I'll do a video cooking vlog one day. Yeah, I don't count on it coming out anytime soon. You know, I think about it, it's the same with making a Minecraft video, right? Any creative project, like, you can think about it, but until you can shape it up in your head and it becomes like an actionable, doable thing where you can see the path from start to end, it can be pretty hard to be motivated to work on something. Like, often when I do like an episode of myth busting, like sometimes I can just like get ready to do it and feel like, I don't know, like this, I don't think I've got this. But once I think it through and I got that vision, I'm like, oh, it can come together like this, and I can test that thing and this thing, and yeah, actually no, we got something here. Once you get to that stage, that's when you can do it. But until you've got that, it's you know, it's hard to do. And I think that's one of the reasons that Hermitcraft works so well, is because it's just continuous, right? Like, you spend so much time in this world, you think of so many things to do, that you're never going to have a problem logging in and finding out what's next, right? So that's why I think, you know, this series has been so concurrent and will continue to be, I guess. Pickaxe, people are saying in chat. What's wrong with my pickaxe? I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Nothing wrong with this pickaxe. What are you on about? I tell you what we should be worrying about. All these blocks I'm leaving on the ground. Yeah, they're probably not really hurting the server that much. I mean, I don't have the mod on that tells you the TPS, but... Oh, wait a minute, it's in F3. Somewhere it's in F... I don't know where it is, there's so many things on the screen. Where's the TPS? Server light? That's not it. Is it the fabric? Is TX and RX something to do with that? I can't remember where it's written on this screen. I don't think I see it anywhere, actually. TPS is supposed to be on there, though, right? Single player only. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we have mods and stuff. I say mods and stuff. We have fabric. And that should, in theory, be able to help it communicate that information. But I haven't set that up properly. Look at this. We've done quite a bit, haven't we? We've done... Oh, fell in a hole. We've done quite a bit. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy that we've done quite a bit. I'm a bit worried that I've only got 5 firework rockets. So let's go over here and back into the nether ball. Oh no, wait a minute. I filled it up. We're good. We're all good in the hood, homie. I just remembered something, right? and I wish I'd remembered this earlier. So whenever I do a project and I've got loads of this stuff and you're like, oh, I've got loads of it in my base, can't be bothered to collect it, that's fine. But just chuck it into chests and leave them here, because then you might actually run out one day and you've got a stash of something you can come back to and be like, aha, got loads of stone lying around here. And that is a good thing if you ask me. That is a good thing. Ow! Let's pick up all of this stuff and stop the lag! Hashtag stop the lag. We've got a noise in here from Daniel Cypher 0710 for 6 months, sorry, 13 months, saying 13 is the best number. I like it, it's a prime number. Prime numbers are good, we know that. You forgot about the chest last time, X, is that Sunday, and yeah, that's very true. That is very true. I forgot that I had chests of materials lying around. But hey, I'll get used to that fact one day. Okay, there we go. We've done quite a bit here, haven't we, peeps? We've done quite a bit. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're wrapping up today's live stream. Be sure to hit the follow button before you head out of here. And if you'd like to stick around, we'll be doing a raid. It is customary to pick a random Minecraft channel, or sometimes one that I already know of. And basically, you know, raid them and support the Minecraft community. So massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and shared. As always, I appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll be seeing you soon. I've got this one, Minecraft memes. I got someone to raid, and yeah, let's just type it in and you can hit the raid button in chat. Cool. Massive thank you to my patrons as well. Appreciate y'all. Alright, hit the raid button in chat. We're doing it. We're doing a raid. Okay, see you all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.